Excuse me, Master.
Good day, my young friend.
I've recently faced rejection and I'm finding it difficult to cope. Can you offer some wisdom on how to deal with it?
Rejection can be a painful experience, my young friend, but it also holds valuable lessons. Let's explore how Stoicism can help you navigate through this challenging time.
Well, I've noticed that when I face rejection, I tend to react impulsively and emotionally, and it often leads to more pain. Can you explain how Stoicism addresses this impulse?
Certainly. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control external events, such as rejection, but we can control our reactions to them. When we react impulsively, we often intensify our own suffering. Stoicism encourages us to pause and assess our emotions before reacting. This practice allows us to respond with more composure, which can help ease the emotional turmoil caused by rejection. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means refraining from immediate emotional reactions to rejection. When you don't react in the expected manner, you demonstrate emotional resilience and self-control.
That makes sense. But what about the psychology behind why rejection feels so bad and why it makes us want to chase the person who rejected us?
The psychology behind rejection is fascinating. Our brains are wired to seek social acceptance and belonging, as it was once essential for survival. When we experience rejection, it activates the same brain regions associated with physical pain. It triggers anxiety and the urge to chase the person who rejected us, as our brains interpret rejection as a threat to our social standing. By understanding this, we can begin to detach our emotions from the initial impulse to chase and instead focus on a more reasoned response. As Marcus Aurelius advised, attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do.
So, by avoiding impulsive reactions and disassociating my self-worth from external approval, I can better handle rejection?
Exactly. By responding with indifference, just as the Stoics suggest, you convey that your self-worth is not dependent on the opinions or decisions of others. Seneca's words are relevant here. You are not your body and hair, but your mind. This indifference can be disconcerting to the one who rejected you, as they realize their judgment doesn't have the anticipated impact.
I see. How does responding with indifference affect the person who rejected us, and why is it in line with Stoic principles?
Responding with indifference means accepting the situation as it is, without being emotionally overwhelmed. From a Stoic perspective, it aligns with the belief that external events are beyond our control, while our reactions are not. Psychologically, when you respond with indifference, it can unsettle the person who rejected you. It disrupts their expectations and makes them question their decision. It also denies them the satisfaction of knowing they've deeply affected you. By showing emotional maturity and balance, you regain control over the situation and maintain your inner tranquility, aligning with Stoic ideals.
It's fascinating how this approach can potentially change the dynamics. But how can this non-reactive attitude and responding with indifference make the person who rejected us seek our attention?
As Seneca noted, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Your newfound self-assuredness can be attractive, displaying strength and resilience. When you maintain a non-reactive attitude and respond with indifference, you may appear intriguing to the person who rejected you. It confounds their expectations, and they may start to wonder why you're not pursuing them as expected. This curiosity can lead them to seek your attention, reversing the power dynamic. It's a subtle yet effective way of influencing their psychology.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom, sir. I'm starting to see how Stoicism can help me better handle rejection. It's a valuable perspective to have in my toolkit.
You're very welcome, young friend. Remember, the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance can guide you through these challenging moments. Embrace them, and you'll not only cope with rejection more effectively, but also grow as an individual.